Hello guys, you are welcome to today's tutorial. Today we are cutting men's senator blouse. So grab your scissors, your desired fabric, chalk, ruler and measuring tape, and let's get started. The measurement I will be using for this tutorial are being displayed on the screen. So guys, I have folded the front and the back piece. The width is the hip measurement, that is the width for both the front and the back. You can see I have folded the front into two. I folded the front into two and I folded the back into two. The width I use for the folding is the hip measurement divided by 4, that is 36 divided by 4, that's 9, plus 2 inches allowance on fold. That is, I double fold 11 inches for the front width and also for the back width. The front length is 35 inches, that's the actual length of the blouse, plus 2 inches folding allowance. The back piece is longer than the front piece with 3.5 inches. That is, the back length is now 38.5 inches. I added 3.5 inches to the back length because we'll be needing it. The next step is to place the front piece on the back piece and align them at the upper part such that the extra 3.5 inches will be at the lower part. The next step is to create a shoulder slant. I am going to measure the 3.5 inches at the open side. At the open side, I'm going to measure 3.5 inches at the open side. The excess on the back piece, that's the 3.5 inches I'm measuring. Then I will draw a slant line from the other end to that 3.5 inch mark, like I'm doing in the video. I would now cut it out. After cutting it out, I will drag the front piece to align with the back piece at the lower part. Then I will overlap the back piece on the front piece with 0.5 inches. Just make sure you align it very well and give it a good press to ensure stability. I actually press this so that it will be stable. The next step is to input my shoulder measurement, which is 17 divided by 2, 8.5. Then the armhole measurement, I'm using 9 inches for the armhole. Then connect the points and create the armhole curve. The next step is to mark the waistline. That's 15 inches in this case. You can use your own measurement. For the armhole, divide what you have by 2 and come out by half an inch and connect it back to the armhole. I'm trying to prevent bulginess in the front part of the blouse. The next step is to mark your chest measurements divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch allowance on the chest line. I'm using the armhole line as the chest line. Go to the waistline and input your waist measurement, that is the waist circumference divided by 4. In this case, I have 30 divided by 4, that's 7.5 plus 1.5 inches sewing allowance. Because it is a long blouse, I will mark the hip line, that's 24 inches. I will mark my hip measurement divided by 4, that's 36 inches divided by 4, that will give me 9 inches on that hip line. Then add 1 inch sewing allowance, then add 1 inch sewing allowance and 1 inch folding allowance. Then I will connect the line at the side. I will connect the hip to the waist point and to the chest area. The next step is to cut the neck. For the neck width, I mark 2.5 inches. For the neck depth, I mark 3 inches. Then connect the circle. For this type of neck, you are not going to cut out the two together like you do for female dresses. Just open the overlap and cut out the back piece area like I'm doing in the video. This is what the way I'm doing it in the video. And gently cut out the overlap, then cut the remaining part of the front piece. The next step is to cut out the blouse. When you get to the hip line, you are going to stop, because the folding allowance that we left on that hip line, that 1 inch folding allowance, is going to be used to fold it while sewing. The next step is to cut the sleeve. It is a 3/4 basic sleeve. The sleeve length is 16 inches and I added 3 inches for folding. A comprehensive basic sleeve tutorial is on this channel. You can check that if you don't know how to cut a basic sleeve. So the next step is to cut out the facing for the blouse. You are going to fold the facing into two. So the front facing is always a small facing like the inner facing for dresses. For blouses, so watch the way I'm cutting it in the video. But the back facing is normally bigger than the front facing. Yes, because the back facing is normally outside. So in this case, I want the back facing to be longer than the armhole area a bit. So I cut a fabric that is as long as that and is going to accommodate all the parts of the armhole area. So after using the blouse to trace it out like this, I will check if I love the shape that I have there. So you can actually cut any type of shape that you want for the facing, for the back facing. Sometimes you can have the front facing outside if you want to use it to design the front part of the blouse. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more tutorial and share this video. Until next time, keep slaying those styles.